All right. So let's try the next one. Is sort of easy, right? All we're doing is making things z-scores from x into a z-score back into x. And we're just going to say that we've got a mean of 75, okay, and a standard deviation of 9. Those are just our raw, numbers that we're given. So our mean is going to be 75, and our standard deviation is 9, okay? All right, so the first one, it says Ken has an x value of x. What would his z-score be? Is it going to be positive or negative? Negative, right? Because you can see that this 75 is the mean, 73 is lower than the mean. Is it going to be more or less than negative 1? Well, is it going to be closer to 0 or closer to negative 1? Closer to 0, okay? So let's see what we get here. So our z equals our x minus the mean. So 73 minus 75 divided by 9 equals negative 2 divided by 9. So it should be negative 0.222 to infinity, so negative 0.22. Okay? All right, now the next one says Drew, he has a z-score of 155 on this distribution. We want to know what his x value is. So, and all you're doing here is the math part of what we did in our head a second ago. So we're saying, all right, it's a mean of 75 and a standard deviation of 9. Okay? 75 plus 9, 84. 93. 102. Okay? And then you go 75 minus 9 is 66. 57, 48. All right. So if you get confused about what you're doing and you're worried about the math, draw it out. So go 1, 2, 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. All right. So Drew has, we don't know what his x value is, but we know he's 1.55 positive, so he's here. Tell me what his x value is going to be between no matter what. His x value. 84.93. It's got to be between 84 and 93, right? So when we do the math, if I get something that's not in that range, I've made a math error, okay? So now the formula to go from x from a z is equal to z, the z-score is 1.55, times the standard deviation, which is 9, plus the mean, which is 75. Okay? So 1.55 times 9 is 13.95 plus 75 is 88.95. Now look back at this. Does it look about right? Right? Because I said it was in the middle here somewhere. 1.55 is right near the middle. That would be in the middle of the raw scores. Okay? So then the next one says Cecil has a raw score of 78. Okay? So what is his z-score going to be? So his z-score is 78 minus 75 divided by 9. Right? So 3 divided by 9 should be 33, oops, right, equals 0.33, okay? Now, if I were to say, what percentile rank is he? Here, ding, ding, right? Not even 0.5. If you were estimating, what percentile rank would Cecil be? He cannot be any lower than what? 50%. Make your rough cut. He's higher than the mean. So he's at least in the 50th percentile rank. Okay? Is he in the 84th percentile? No. And he's probably more than in the 67 because that 0.33 is still a big part. So really the 0.33 versus the 0.35, remember these are little boxes. There's more on this side. There's more when it's closer to 0 than there are when it's closer to 1. So he's got his 0.33 there, right? So if you were to figure out what his percentile rank is, he's probably somewhere around 67, okay? Based on just knowing what we know. All right, so Peter, he has a z-score of negative 1.25, so we have to get his x. So x equals the z-score, negative 1.25, times 9, plus the mean. Okay. Negative 1.25 is here, right? Right there. So it's going to be a little bit more, or a little bit technically less, than negative 1. Right? So 1.25, you can get it negative just by hitting that button, times 9 equals negative 11.25 plus 75 equals 63 point, that's wrong. Oh, no, it's not. You're right. 63.75. Because here he is. So he can't be 66, but he's going to be more than 57. There he is. Probably drew that a little wrong. 63.75. All right. So then our last one is Owen. He had an x value of 90. Okay. So if you look at Owen, he's going to be right around here. Right? So close to 2. So we've got z equals 90 minus 75 divided by 9, 15 divided by 9 equals 1.67. So is that what you guys got? Okay, so now by doing it this way, we've done some math figuring out, but we also have done what we call area under the curve. When we want to know what percentile rank somebody is, or what proportion of scores were between two things, right? Just by drawing it out, we can get quite close.